I'm John Eller. I'm the director of the Center for Ray Bradbury Studies here in the Indiana University School of Liberal Arts at IUPUI. We just this last summer, a year ago, moved into this very large space in Cavanaugh Hall where we're able to set up more of the Bradbury Center's archival functions as well as sort of the beginning of its gallery functions here, and also the museum artifacts that we have here now, thanks to a generous gift of the Bradbury family and other benefactors. So in this main area here, you'll see on the far wall behind me the stories that Ray Bradbury and his people in Hollywood turned into motion pictures over the years, beginning down the wall with Moby Dick, which a lot of people don't realize Ray Bradbury wrote the screenplay for the Warner Brothers 1956 production of Moby Dick. That opened a lot of doors in Hollywood for him, and you see other films here going along the wall that he was associated with. Filing cabinets in this area are the heart of the Bradbury archive. The 10 that you see against that wall were the 10 that were in his garage in his Los Angeles home for half a century or more. The other cabinets, the low-profile cabinets you see here further out in the room, were in his second home in Palm Springs for many years. He would work in both places. Sometimes he'd go out to Palm Springs with his work as well, and he would work there. Primarily, though, he worked in his own home office, which you'll see here in a few minutes. This is an Emmy he was awarded for his screenplay for the animated film, feature film version of his novel, The Halloween Tree. We also have it flanked here by 2 Retro Hugo Awards that he was awarded posthumously just last year. I had the honor of accepting those awards on behalf of the family. What we have here are our working copies and reference copies of all the editions of Ray Bradbury's works and many of the printings of his works as well, internal to the various editions, so that we can keep track of all the changes and the revisions to his work that sometimes carried through, and also a lot of the art is as well known as the stories, because he had many artists that worked with him throughout his career. Many artists wanted to work with Ray Bradbury's stories and books because they had such a free range of fantasy to be working with in his subjects. This is a complete recreation of Ray Bradbury's home office, where he worked really from the late 1950s on through till very late in life in the basement of his home in Los Angeles. These are his bookcases. These are his books. This is a recreation of the workbench along the long wall in his office that we were just able to have fabricated for the Bradbury Center office recreation. The mask on top of this bookcase is a representation of the character Mound Shroud from Ray Bradbury's very popular and timeless novel, The Halloween Tree. This particular mask was probably used in concept work during the making of the Hanna-Barbera animated film, The Halloween Tree, in the early 1990s. This is a character whom the Halloween trick-or-treaters finally realize is really a manifestation of death, who comes out every Halloween and is involved in the way we celebrate All Hallows Eve, and then the following day, All Saints' Day, in many cultures around the world. For that particular animated film version, the voice of Mound Shroud was done by the actor Leonard Nimoy. We have here at the Center for Ray Bradbury Studies a very large collection. Many of the things that played into his incredibly deep and broad life in American culture and American letters. We look forward to continue to curate that here, and hopefully with your help and the help of others and our university, we'll be here for a long time to come.